My family begged me not to attend my sister's wedding. They said I'd ruined the wedding, so I stayed home. Hours later, I saw what her groom did on live TV. I still remember the day my family begged me not to attend my sister's wedding. My mother stood by the kitchen counter, clutching her coffee mug like it was holding her together. "Please, Emma," she said softly, "just don't come. Let your sister have her day." My father wouldn't even look at me. And my sister, Lily, the bride-to-be, sat there with that smug smile, the kind that told me she'd already won whatever game she was playing. They said I'd make things awkward, that I'd ruin the mood. Why? Because 3 years ago, her groom, Daniel, was my ex. We dated before he ever met her. And when they got engaged 6 months after we broke up, I said nothing. I didn't argue. I just disappeared quietly, because that's what everyone wanted. But apparently, my silence wasn't enough. My family decided I shouldn't even exist at her wedding. I remember laughing through the tears that night. My own parents choosing my sister's happiness over my dignity. They called me jealous, bitter, dramatic. My mother even said, "You'll thank us someday for not letting you embarrass yourself." So I stayed home. On the day of the wedding, I sat alone in my small apartment. No makeup, no fancy dress, no fake smiles. Just me and my thoughts. But I'll admit, I couldn't help wondering what it all looked like. The fairy lights, the champagne, my sister in her perfect white gown, walking down the aisle toward the man who once whispered the same promises to me. I turned on the TV for background noise, just to drown out my own thoughts. That's when the universe decided to serve justice in real time. The local news was covering a luxury hotel wedding gone wrong. My heart stopped when I saw the footage. The ballroom looked familiar. It was my sister's venue. The headline read, "Groom attacks bride during reception." The footage was shaky, probably taken by someone's phone. I could see Lily standing near the dance floor, tears streaming down her face, while Daniel, her brand new husband, was yelling, red-faced, out of control. He threw his drink, grabbed her arm, and shoved her in front of everyone. Gasps, screams, chaos. Who once told me he never gets angry had just shown his true colors on live TV. My stomach turned. I wanted to feel sorry for her, but all I could think was, they told me I'd ruin her wedding. I stared at the screen for a long time. Then I turned off the TV. My phone started buzzing. Texts from relatives, my mom, even my father. "Emma, are you seeing this? We're so sorry. You were right." For the first time in years, they wanted to talk to me. But I didn't respond. Not yet. A week later, Lily called. Her voice was soft, trembling. "Emma." I don't know who else to talk to. I could hear her crying. She told me how Daniel had been controlling even before the wedding, checking her phone, isolating her from friends. But my parents ignored the red flags. They were too focused on the picture-perfect wedding, the fancy photos, the image. I listened quietly, every part of me torn between anger and sympathy. When she finally said, "You were right about him," something inside me clicked. That's when the revenge began. Quietly, carefully. I knew things about Daniel that she didn't. Back when we were together, he'd done things. Shady business deals, tax fraud, fake accounts. I had evidence saved on an old hard drive. Things I never used because I just wanted to move on. But now, it felt like justice waiting to be delivered. I started small. I sent an anonymous email to his business partner, exposing the fake invoices and offshore accounts. Then another to the press. Within days, Daniel's company was under investigation. His name, once trending for his lavish wedding, was now trending for fraud and abuse. Meanwhile, Lily filed for divorce. She got sympathy, support, and even therapy. But she still didn't know who helped destroy Daniel's empire. My parents called again, begging me to come visit. They said they missed me, that family should stay together. The irony wasn't lost on me. When I finally did visit, months later, the house felt smaller, emptier. My mother hugged me like she'd been carrying guilt for years. My father couldn't even make eye contact. And Lily? She just stared at me, tears in her eyes. "You saved me," she whispered. I smiled, a quiet, knowing smile. "No," I said softly, "I just didn't ruin your wedding." They didn't know the full story. That I was the reason Daniel's life was in ruins. That his accounts were frozen, his reputation destroyed. His name dragged through every headline, but I knew. And for the first time, I didn't feel like the family disappointment. I felt powerful. Sometimes revenge doesn't come in screams or fights. Sometimes it's silent, like a quiet echo of karma. And when the people who once told you to stay away come back begging for forgiveness, you realize something. You never needed to ruin their day. They ruined it themselves. You just watched and waited. And when the moment came, you let justice do what it does best.